I never lose. I will succeed, not immediately, but absolutely and definitely. I will take action when others hesitate. I will think big when others don't. I will sacrifice when others won't. I will dare to dream of greatness when others fear it. I will outwork my competition day and night.
The one who is hungrier to reach the top will always get there before the talented guy. Maybe not immediately, but in the end, hungry always wins. In the end, hard work always wins. In the end, heart wins. Courage wins. In the end, the one who is more dedicated to reach the top will win.
And that's definitely what happened this last Sunday with Frikkie, because he's back in the winner's circle at Krugersdorp, storming to a 642 points, may I add, win. What a great round of golf. We don't need anyone else. Frikkie, say hello to yourself.
Hello. How's it?
Yes.
Let's rather talk about the second place and third place instead of Frikkie.
Whose voice is that? Where's that coming from?
It was this guy.
Which guy? Okay, let's get rid of Frikkie. He can't know all of it. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday's edition of the Duckhook Show. We've got plenty to go through because I can tell you one thing. I found a lot of stuff and I've been very, very busy making some entertaining content for you all. Yes, we've got Leon with us and we've got Vickers Alberts with us, who's our guests, and they're going to take us through it all and entertain you as well today. So I hope that everybody can be heard. Let's start with Vickers. How's it going?
How's it, Mess? Very well yourself, and thanks for having me on the show again.
Quickly, how's your season been since the last time you were on after you won at Observatory?
It's been a eye-opener, actually. Look, it's been up and down. The golf wasn't the greatest. I had some good moments, but still enjoying the competition and the guys playing with. It's awesome. Love it.
Good. And let's see how the rest of the season unfolds. Mr. Leon Kruger, how's it going? I see you've got Ruimsig in the background. It's still daylight there where you are, so a bit of daylight savings.
Hey, Maz, you know, everything in the West Rand's a couple of hours behind schedule, so...
Leon likes to play Ruimsig, so you'll also go through it with us. The guys in the chat line, thanks for joining us. I haven't seen anybody say we can't hear someone. Donnie did speak in the background there, so they wouldn't have heard him. If he wasn't heard, Donnie, jump around, do stuff.
I want to put a motion on that we can take Frikkie out in the top left corner, please.
Okay,
for the one time. Yeah, don't let him move out of the way. Then he'll just show you how many trophies he's got, and that'll make you even sadder. Yes. How's it, Ducks? Thanks for joining us. Here we go. Frikkie, let's just jump back to you quickly. It's been, let's be honest, it's been quite a while since you've actually won an event. When was the last time you won one?
As I think it's about maybe 2 years ago. I can't even remember the last one. I think it was Germiston, just after COVID, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, league events is very scarce from my trophy cabinet. I only have 4, but yeah, at least I've got 4. So yeah, it's been a while.
You like collecting the overall stuff because you've got stamina and you've got staying power.
That's what she said, yes.
Yes, that's what she said. Frikkie, tell me, emotions.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the game actually started with, coming back from Dino's funeral. So lots of emotions, motivation, to try and dedicate this to him. And there was a couple of guys, obviously Paul being one of them, that wanted to dedicate the game. We actually had our team game as well against Paul. So lots of things that was going on. And in the end, luckily I made it work for myself. So yes. But yeah, it was a really, really great round for myself, yeah.
And we'll touch more on the actual day itself soon. But let's remind you of a couple of things. And I've got a lot of quiz things. So if you are interested in testing your knowledge, let's start with this one. What golf course is this, people? Action.
Oh,
do you know?
I suck at these things.
Yeah, you suck at most of these trivia things.
Somewhere at the coast?
Yeah. If we are playing hot and cold, you are warmer.
Wetter.
It's an estate course. There's another obvious look.
Sure.
So if you know, don't say it. Let the guys on the chat line try to decipher. I thought this might go quickly, but I see Wayne's probably not watching, so that's probably why he hasn't answered the question yet. So there it is. Which is this course? So please remind me to put this on a bit later so we don't leave you all without it. Okay. There it is. So what's happening? We've got Krugersdorp to talk about, and we're going to go straight into it. Actually, no, we're not going to go straight into it. I've got a video here. Where is this video? Donnie.
Yes.
If you ever, all of us, when you go to one of the pro shop or golfers club to get a club fitting, right? Right, we all know how that unfolds. Donnie doesn't do it that way, but this is how it unfolds, and this is 100% correct.
Great swing.
I don't know. I didn't think I got all that.
Whoa, you smoked it. 350 down the middle.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Holy mackerel.
It's got to be the club.
Yeah.
It's got to be the club.
No, this thing
Your
is
club
good.
speed was 200 miles an
You're
hour.
kidding.
Very rare for someone your age. But
Huh.
yeah, the club, it helps you really swing fast. Doesn't it?
Sometimes my other club, it doesn't feel like I can swing it that fast, but this one, it felt
Man, this
fast.
club is like made for you.
How much you say it was?
600.
600. Yeah, I'll take it.
Oh, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. Am I right or am I wrong?
That's
I remember.
really funny.
Donnie
It's
doesn't
not
want
how
to stick
Donnie
anyone
goes.
away.
Donnie spends probably about 3 to 4 hours with you with a proper fitting.
Yes.
And Donnie,
Yeah, I don't want to put my foot in my mouth here because but yeah, no, I can just laugh at that.
I went once and tried some clubs, and they normally give you the 7-iron to hit. So they unwrap the 7-iron, you hit that thing, and the guy says, "Wow, you hit that 180," and I'm like, "What? 180, pal? I never hit 7-iron on 180 in my life." No, you really got this one. No, look at your average. You're averaging 175. I'm like, "You're on drugs, guy." So anyway,
So I've got a little funny story here. When I was this is now a few years ago, quite a lot. When I was actually in a golf academy, and the one day, a mate of mine that was with me in the academy, he bombed the driver. He was like 50 longer than me. We decided to go to one of the stores. I'm not going to name names. And so he decided to hit one of the current drivers at that stage in the net. And true and behold, the Oak said to him, he had actually like a total distance drive of almost close to 350 or 70 odd meters. But it was close to 400 that this Oak said. And the Oak was still saying to him, but you can almost reach 400. And me and the Oak just, my Jeffro, we just looked at each other and just started to laugh and just turned around and walked out. Yeah. The Oak is trying to pitch him that he's like actually going to be able to close to hitting a 400-meter drive. It's like, really? So,
no. Right. So there you have it. Krugersdorp top 10. This is what happened. The top two boys and myself played Krugersdorp, and as you can see, Freaky Barno coming out on top with minus 642 points, getting a whole host of player ranking points. Alan Lowe just unfortunately pipped on 5 under. He was sitting in the clubhouse because he was one of the first to tee off, and it must have been quite disappointing when Freaky caught him. Louis Jensen, well done, tied third. That's probably his best finish, if I'm not mistaken. Louis, I know you're watching, so let me know if that's your best finish. That will definitely get you into the Open at Ibotsi, so prepare yourself. Minus 4, Greg Golf, Vanna Lebowski, minus 4, Dr. Jacobs, minus 3. Dedication, driving all the way from Uppington to be here. It's not that he lives in Uppington, it's just that's where he was. Vickers Lee, great finish, minus 3. Jan Ventemorne, who played with me, really played well. Off an 18, he played fantastically well. Then Louis Gerber, well, I can tell you that he made an albatross, everybody. If you didn't know on the first hole, and you know how long that par 5 is. Stephen Oberholzer also is first or second game with Duckhook, also played very well. So that is how it all looks. And I can tell you one thing, boys. With these finishes, it has shuffled up the top 10 quite a bit. There's 4 new guys in the top 10. That means 4 guys have dropped out of the top 10. So I'll show you that towards the end of our chat about this. Frikkie, take us through your scorecard.
Yeah, Mazo. So obviously the tee shot was pretty solid, a bit leftish, and then had a 3-wood in. Well, shot a 3-wood, hit the tree on the left, had a 9-iron in, and bombed probably about a 5 or 6 meter putt for the birdie. So from that was pretty standard, pars all around. Never had so many pars in a row. I can't believe.
Amazing. That's
yeah.
like 8 in a row.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, if I can count. But 2 bogeys on the card as well. Thought I kind of lost it there, but luckily the 9th hole I got the par back, so which was good. Turned on 3 under, and then from there it was a crazy amount of pars. So obviously we tried to beat Paul and them. Luckily we did 5 and 4. And then when I saw myself in the running, sort of almost choked on that 17th hole with a 3 putt, and then luckily got the par in the end. Just to get one on Alan Lowe there. But pretty solid, and probably I think it's my best round at Krugersdorp. So very stoked on this one.
Good, and I think a lot of people were rooting for you and very happy that you managed to pull it off, which is nice for a change.
Yeah, I know Donnie didn't root for me though. He hates the -6.
Okay.
Well, to be quite honest, I actually didn't. Just to be up there. No, it's like shame. I just want to give out a shout out to Louis Jensen there. It's like I actually, to see him up there is like at a stage, Fricky, I will be honest, I was standing there and I was just hoping that he would like pip you guys just there at the end. So, but it's good to see him play a good round there. So yeah.
Nice. Donnie is a bit out of focus. Don't adjust your TV set or your glasses. I don't know why. Boys, Leon, let's bring you into it. You guys didn't play, but as you know, Krugersdorp can be a bit of a difficult setup.
100%. Sorry, go Liam.
No, I want to say, Maz, I played so badly. I actually was there, but so far down the leaderboard.
Oh, you did play there. Yeah, sorry.
Falsy.
We were one of the lucky 4 balls that ended in the dark just as the rain started coming down. I played with Vickers Lee and them, tried to manage to sort out the match play game by myself because my partner didn't pitch up. But it was tricky conditions, especially towards the end when the wind picked up.
Yeah, and it did big time. Vickers, you were saying?
No, it's like I didn't play obviously this last weekend, but I do play the Mid-Am League for my club, and it's a very interesting track. It can bite you very, very quickly there, even if you don't think it. There's some holes that you can spray it a little bit. But looking at the scoreboard, the guys played really well. There's quite a couple of guys that played under the handicaps, which is brilliant.
And it is, because it's not just Fricky that ran away. There was a lot of guys really, really did play well. And Louis did say that it is his best round. So well done. Let's have a look. I caught up with the guys, and it was a bit of a noise because as we finished, the hooter went off, and those Joburg storms. It was bucketing down. The lightning was happening. Fricky was shouting at the prize giving, but we managed to get it done, and I managed to speak to some of the guys afterwards.
Yes, it is one of the best rounds in a long time, 74 today. Great feeling. Came in with a little bit of motivation after yesterday's funeral for Dean Sherman, so thought I want to dedicate the game to him. As I mentioned, motivation, and it was great round. The putting was great, but for a change, my driving found the fairways. Then obviously the approach shot was pretty solid. I had actually 1 or 2 shanks, but then recovered well with the pass. We had our team game as well, so that was actually where I was focusing on, and we won that 5-4 against Ricky Ricketts. But overall it was a good solid round, 74.
The first 9 went not too bad. I shot 4 over, and then the second 9 everything came together and I shot level, so it was good. Well, definitely my driver and my putt at the end was helping me a lot at the end.
No, I enjoyed it today. It was really great. Our first 9, we played the back 9 first. I had some great drives. Putting was mediocre, but in general, the back 9, should I say, was really good to me. We had a good 4 ball. And it was so relaxed, and I think that made a big difference. Wayne was helping me, he was supporting me, and kept on saying to me, yeah, okay, you must do this and do that, and I knew that I was there somewhere, but yeah, it was a great day.
It was an awesome day. Good forward to play with, motivational. Yeah, it was just an awesome day out. I love this course.
What was the best part of your game?
My scrambling, my driving and my scrambling. Yes, getting out of trouble.
The weather rush to get in before the weather.
Yes, yeah, the last 2 hours was, well, it was nightmare, but yeah. Thanks to Leon and Adam and Kevin now for keeping me down to earth. Yeah, and just helping me, yes.
Well, there you have it. You can see the rain in the background. Yeah, but we got the timing just spot on because everybody came in and then it was all chaos. Let's quickly go through some of the other side things. Here's the pins on the day.
Yeah, let me do the pins, Matter. So we've got the par 3, the 6th. Mr. Adam Ford pipped me there on that one with a 5-footer. Yeah, I got the 6 on Towel. Par 3 14th, I've had a Laboratories with a golfer 8, and then the par 4 18th closes in 2, Grant Nell with the Golf Concepts voucher there. It was pretty close if I'm not mistaken. I think it was within a meter, which was pretty good.
Very good. Football Alliance, well, I always do this. Let's go to the main page first, and then we'll go back to these ones. Here's the winners, Jaco de Kok, Jaco Swanepoel, Louis Gerber, Jan Venter on 98 points. Minus 26. Very, very good. As you can see, there's an 8-pointer on the first hole. That's because Louis Gerber made a 5-pointer by himself. Can you believe it? Hitting that albatross. Wow. That is a feat on itself. Jaco was there, Jaco de Kok, and he managed to get us the celebration.
Luister, Fok, waar's jou bal? Waar's jou tweede shot?
Binne in vir 2. Vir 2. Asai.
Check jy al so gepitch?
Oh, waar my eerste in my lewe. Asai. Congrats.
Hy's 'n credit fine. Asai partner. Asai.
I think julle is een af.
Unbelievable. He says it was from 130 to 40 meters that he hit that. Just to get it over the bunker, because the pin was, behind the bunker. You got to get it over that first, and then you've got to get it into the hole. So, well done. Barry says, how many balls did he get for the albatross? Well, Louis never stays. He's at home before we've teed off on the second. So he gets nothing.
Matt, just to correct you there, you said 130 odd. It was 230 odd.
230 odd meters. Otherwise, it's not so impressive. Anybody can.
No, he had a fairway wood in, so it was pretty good.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's the second albatross this season so far.
Yeah.
Well, it's in the space of a few games.
Yes. Yeah. Well done, boys.
So our moments of the season are starting to accumulate quite nicely. So we've got 2 albatrosses, and we've got the Masters winner. So we'll see how many we can get by the end of the season that we can vote for who gets the moment of the season.
I think, Maz, I think it's like all 5 of us need to drink some of that juice that they're drinking to get that on the course. That would be quite cool.
That would be quite cool.
Donnie, so speaking of drinking juice, does the same rule apply for hitting an albatross as what it does for hitting a hole-in-one? Don't you have to buy a round for everyone?
Well, I've never actually been there when a guy actually hits a albatross, so I won't be.
We'll need to sort Louis out.
I think so. It still deserves a round, yeah.
Yes. Unbelievable. Well, he said it was his first one. Just to show you what the rest of them look like, Louis Oosthuizen and Kevin and Adam Ford, Van Ladowski, 96 points. Frikkie, your team, 93 points. Robert Michael, his team, 90 points. Ian Holtzhausen and my team. I don't know how we managed to shoot 89 points because myself, besides the front 9, which wasn't too bad, and Ian didn't have his best day. All the points came from basically Bastian and Mornay because me and Ian were very average. So well done for us for at least coming 5th. And then Alan Lowe and his team, 85, and Wayne and his team, 84. So that's what the top 7 looked like. I don't see any extraordinary. There's a couple of 7-pointers out there That is for sure. But 1-8 pointer. Okay, best of the par threes. This is always interesting to see who did well. Buthaman, which is Hansi's father, -4. 3 points, 2 points, 3 points, 4 points. That's well done, -12. And tied with Louis Jensen. Look at that, -4. Well done, Louis. -3. Then obviously made a birdie on the, what hole would that be? I don't know what hole that would be. Let us know. 12 points. And Anno made 2 under. Ashley 2 under. Bastian 2 under. Leon Duplessis 2 under. Werner 2 under. Vickers Lee 2 under. So yes, even Kathy, a lady, 36, -1. So she made some points on the par threes. Par fours. Look at this. Adam Ford, -7. So he didn't like playing the rest of the golf course, obviously.
And he had a blackout. Wow.
And he had a blackout.
Yeah.
He was
crazy. Fricky, you had a nice run of 3-pointers there.
Yeah, it was lucky except for that 3-putt there on that second last hole. But yeah, it was good. I mean, I must be saying that this pass that I got on the stroking holes was nice to pip the Paul and Ricky Ricketts.
Werner also up there. I wonder if he's on all of these pages. Let's have a look. If he's on the par fives. No, don't like par five. But Louis Gerber, obviously -5 with the 5-pointer right there on the first hole. 13 points in total. Louis Jensen up again, right up there, -3. Round of your life, sir. Round of your life. Gerard's name on your partner is up there with a blackout. And Fricky, even. So there we have it.
Yeah, can you believe it?
That's what it looked like. Let's have a look at the rankings of the holes. Remember, the double stroke holes are normally the easier holes. So the easiest hole is the 8th hole, right? Which is the stroke 4. That's not an easy hole, that 8th hole. And I'm surprised that is the easiest hole. 1.91, almost averaging 2 points a hole. The hardest hole is the 18th, which is also surprising to me.
Yeah, it is.
13, because that's not a very long hole. So where were the people going? In the water, hitting it in the trees?
Definitely in the trees.
That's fascinating for me. Let's look at what's the second hardest hole? The 7th, the par 5. Also surprising that that's the second hardest hole. There you have it. Any questions?
No. But it is a bit interesting, I must say. I'm trying to go through the course quickly on where the hardest was for me. But yeah.
Yeah, you didn't have many hard holes.
17, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. So I did some interviews, and then I came across Yaku and Robbie, and they were having a big laugh and had a great time on the course. And he has a story for you.
Robbie was like, yes, you will see that guy. He was like hitting 160 meters. Yeah, you must see that fucking guy. Big cock. Okay, so I must say, me and Robbie was like sharing a car today. I think on one of the par threes, it's like 160 meters. He was aiming, setup was perfect. He like kind of duffed the shot, like 40, 50 meters down the line. He said, guys, that was online.
But it was! It was online. We're going to do his reputation, McFreshy.
Yeah. Always entertaining, Mr. Rowan Michael. Duffs at 50 meters and says that's online. Paul Ricketts, finally, Paul is here. Paul, I've got a quiz question for you. I've been waiting, and you've come up. Here's the question for you, Paul. How many dimples are there on a Strickson Z-Star golf ball?
I'm sure Ricky will know, eh?
I'm sure Ricky Pereira will know. How many dimples on a golf ball? I'll enlighten you on the in-house joke here. So they were playing in front of us, and we're standing on the 7th, and I'm chatting to my partner, probably Ian, and Ricky stands in front of the golf ball, and he's about to line up. Then I have a conversation with Ian. I look back, and Ricky is still staring at his golf ball. Have another conversation with someone else. Look back, and Ricky's staring at his golf ball. And I turn, I'm thinking, my word, what is taking so long? Is he counting the dimples on his golf ball? And he does have numbers out there, but yeah, it does take a while. So how many? This is something that Frikkie will suck at because he'll probably say 10.
Look, I will probably guess around, I don't know, 200, I don't know.
Give us a guess there, Donnie.
Okay, so it's definitely over 300. Coming from where I worked, it's like just over 300.
Okay, you boys at the bottom, what do you think?
Yeah, I wouldn't have been close. I would have said like 72 or something. So I'm way out.
That's it.
I'll just go for a random number, 331.
Well, that is his best guess out of everybody. Let me go. Jacques Gravenstein. Hello, Jacques. How you doing? 240. Ian says 288. Paul Ricketts says 475. That's how long you were staring at it. It could be 475. But I think we have a winner. I think Vaden Lebowski says 338. So he's obviously a golf nut and has probably looked at this answer before, because I think that is the correct answer. 338 dimples. And they're all different. I didn't know that many golf balls differ in how many dimples they have. So now you know.
Yeah, so Mazza is like just a quick thing. It's like obviously thinking about a Titleist golf balls, they've got actually, two different numbers of dimples. So your Pro V1X has got more dimples than the Pro V1.
Okay. How many?
So, yeah. I'm talking under correction, but I think the Pro V1X is close to 380 odd, where your Pro V1 is sort of close to 320 odd. They're about 330.
Let me ask you the question. I'm sure everybody wants to know the answer to this. Is what does the more golf dimples do to the ball?
So it's ball flight. So obviously, if you think about Pro V1X, it's got more dimples. So the ball actually, the properties of the golf ball is actually a higher launching golf ball. Where if you've got a little bit less dimples, there's a little bit more surface, and that actually makes the ball launch lower.
But they go the same distance, pretty much.
Well, it's like, if you think about it, it's like your Pro V1 will just roll out a little bit because your descent angle is a little bit more shallower. But here's now an extra thing. So if you think about it, the AVX golf ball that came out a few years ago has got the same amount of dimples as the Pro V1. But the dimples are actually just shallower, and that's actually why the golf ball can launch lower than the Pro V1. And also spin a bit less as well.
Got off the phone from our restriction sponsor, and they would like to know if you could please tell them what's the difference between the XV and the Z Star before we get in trouble.
It's literally the same. Yeah, your XV is
great example. About it.
No, it's like your XV is also a 3-piece construction. Golf ball dimples also a fraction more. So yeah.
Okay.
So I just quickly want to ask this question to Leon quickly. Leon, you have the same screensaver face as me, eh? How the hell do they fit so many dimples on a one ball, huh?
See,
I'm going to count tonight.
I just want to say, Maz didn't clarify whether it's new Strixons or old Strixons. Because the Strixons I play with only has 72 dimples on them.
Get them all off.
Ja, anders ben je glad, hè?
Very good, very good. Ian Holzhausen and Ricky got to 1.2 million. And Vader, thank you. Z Star XV best ball ever, yes. Best
so
ball
Donnie,
ever.
Just correct me if I'm wrong, just on that golf balls. So obviously the dimples makes a change on the ball flight, etc. And also the X spins, the XV spins more than the normal Z Star. And that has also to do with the flight characteristics. Obviously, more spin keeps it longer in the air, so it launches higher, if that makes sense.
That is true as well, because like if you think about it, every shot needs spin. Obviously there's a lot of factors that comes into play. So when they do golf ball testing, it's all with robotic testing. But yeah, you do need a certain amount of spin to keep the ball in the air, and also. Obviously what you need to understand as well from golf ball construction, you've got 3-piece golf balls, 4-piece golf balls. So the urethane cover is technically what helps you generate spin. That's technically where the spin comes from. Because if you think about it, how can you generate spin just with like a 10-meter chip? So the cover is also formulated to help drive spin off the club face.
Ah, thank you. Much better. I'll have to re-edit this show before it goes on YouTube and get that other part out. Let's get back to Krugersdorp. Okay. What we're doing. Right. What are the standings looking right now? And I did say 4 in and 4 out. The chat line, somebody's going to lose his mind in about 3 seconds. Van Elevowski is now leading Sunday Series 1. Whoosh! From up second to first place on 147 points. 3 shots ahead of Frikkie Barnard. Now, if you look at Frikkie Barnard, Frikkie, just those little bubbles at the bottom there. Read us your progress. Can you see that close?
I can see somewhere around, what's it, 12, 13, where's it?
Yeah.
9. Can't see that like a...
Okay, so 58th, game 1.
What?
Then you dropped to 63rd. So you started really cock. Then you went to 16th, then 9th in April, now 2nd in May. So you're running up, doing what you normally do, and coming from behind.
Yes, that's lekker. Thank you. Lekker. Was gaan
Alan Lowe is in 3rd. He started well, tied 1, and then he fell out a bit, but now he's back to 3rd. Peter Zach was 1st for 2 months, now he's at 4th on 139 points. Vickers Lee made a bit of a jump, 26, 28, 26, 18, 5. So he's in the running. Stefan Henritz dropping off a bit. Louis Gerber, big jump for him, although he's been in the teens up to now he's 17. Graham de Villiers steady as ever. Vaughan Williams steady as ever, been in the top 10 the whole time. And Jason Ivans is still there, stayed 9th. Vaughan is stayed 9th. So that's interesting to know. Let's just see this quickly. I just want to check a chat line if Werner has fallen off his chair yet. Come on, Werner.
I haven't seen anything yet.
You're supposed to be saying, oh my word, I can't believe it. This is amazing. You could be captain the shootout team if you just keep going the way you are. You could be the man.
That fell off the chair because he's not replying.
Yeah.
Werner, as jy ons hoor, SMS vir ons terug, asseblief.
Okay. Squad challenge, just so you know, for the guys who are taking this seriously. Lone Wolves are now 5-7-9 after 6 events. It's dropping on the average there. Voesrand is, after 5 games, 4-8-5, and then Duisburg is 4-5, 4-4, and so on and so on. So yes, that's how the squad challenge.
So we're actually in the running now. If we have the one extra game, we can actually get to the Lone Wolves, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll see your Woesranders. Well done.
Yeah,
well
you make 90 points there, you could take them. Okay, this is interesting. Hold on, Vanna said something. Please hold. Just got back up. That's his answer. Just got back up. Ian, yes, you did drop out, unfortunately, but not by far. If the website's updated, so if you go onto the website, you'll be able to see the update of what Sunday Series 1 is, everybody, and the players of the season, average and total. Hard work is busy paying off, yes. That promo I played earlier with the motivational thing, if you work harder than everybody else, then you should be rewarded. This is interesting. Seeing that Frikkie likes to shoot -6. See if we can understand what's happening here. It might be a bit small. Odds of shooting an exceptional tournament score. Then you got your brackets of handicap, 0 to 5, 6 to 12, 13 to 21, 22 to 30, and then greater than 30. So Frikkie, shooting 6 dip of between 6 and 12, the odds of you doing that is 1 to 536. Can you
it
believe
sounds
it?
about right, Matt, because I think that's about 3 years back since I...
Yeah, and it's not 536 games. That's just what the odds are of you going solo. All right, which I found this very interesting. So let's take Donnie, for instance. For the odds of Donnie shooting 2 under is 23 to 1. Right, 1 in 23 chance of that happening. So Frikkie, you had 1 in 536 chance of shooting that 6 under.
That's great.
Yeah, Seidel Stein.
Lucky man, eh?
If Seidel's watching,
Yeah, but Maz, look at my odds to shoot 6 under. It's like 1 out of 790 rounds.
No, yeah. If you want to look at it that way, but yeah, that's. I thought this was very interesting. Leon, what is your handicap? Between 13 and 21.
That's it, yeah.
So say, for instance, Ruimsig's winner is 5 under. You've got 1 in 174 chance.
Yeah.
Getting that right.
I think
I'm
it's
mistaken.
about 6 to 1 odds of hitting plus 10 as well. So
Yeah, odds are
kind of even either way.
So I found this very interesting. So if there are golfers out there who are constantly shooting under their handicap, you are a cheating bastard. Not? Correct.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just based because that would have been an average of so many golfers taken. So yeah. Here's a question while we're on handicaps. Who came up with the individual Stableford handicap system? Obviously, you're not going to know, but I can give you a hint. Stableford was his surname.
John Stableford.
Okay, nobody's going to get this, so let me just go straight to the answer because this is quite interesting. The Stableford system was developed by Frank Barney Gorton Stableford in 1970, and then he died in 1959, to deter golfers from giving up of their rounds just after 1 or 2 holes, bad holes. It was first used informally at the Glamorganshire Golf Club, which Paul has probably played, in 1898. There's a page 2 to this. It's coming. Dr. Stableford, so I'm a doctor now, wanted to create a scoring system that would make it easy for golfers of different skill levels to compete against each other. To address the issue, Dr. Stableford devised a new scoring system that awarded points based on the player's scoring relative to the par on each hole. Under the Stableford system, players are awarded points as follows. Now, these points are obviously if you are not stroking. If you are stroking holes, right? The players with the most points at the end of the round, blah, 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 blah. But thank goodness this guy came up with it, otherwise golf would be a bit miserable.
Exactly. Thank you, Mr. Dr. Stableford.
Dr. Stableford. Man's like we have the priest tonight. What does that mean, Mr. Ruben? Thanks for watching. Great golf course. So does that mean you have played it, Paul? I came second at Ruimsig on -10, so I would have been very high and still not a winner. Correct. 100%. Brandon Shaw, Moy Flicky Barnard, my partner. What type of partner is this?
Donnie, what's our odds in shooting 10 under?
Oh, look.
Let's have a quiz here.
Millions. Shooting 10 under, 1 out of every 125,000 rounds. Chance.
Yes.
Madness, I tell you. Absolute madness.
But
This
guys
guy...
Also, sorry, Baz. Just keep remembering that that time that we shot the -11, -10s at that stage was when we had the new handicap system for Duckhook only. So Saga didn't count. So it was a bit... odds in their favor.
Yes, you're right. This guy has got great odds of shooting under his handicap.
I've seen him fuck, but this is... Ned, put it in.
Oh, he's all over the shot. He's all over the shot, ladies and gentlemen. And on the 18th, on the 13th tee, he's in, dancing for joy.
Sorry, but how much do you need to be drinking that you cannot even stand?
Maz, I haven't been yet. Was that taken at the Classic?
No! Definitely not. Definitely not. But that is ridiculous. Okay, Ruimsig. Let's just get to Ruimsig quickly. Who is leading the Thursday series? Well, I can tell you. After a great almost winning at Jackal Creek, losing on account back to Mark Barragero, Eddie Coetzee is on 109 points going into May. Gerard is right up there, tied with him on 109 points. So it's going to be interesting to see who's going to be leading after Ruimsig. Jamie Sherry, 108. Byron Knutz, 106. Ian, 105. Please try to stay in this top 10, Ian. Peter Prinsloo is up there, tied 6. Vickers, there you are, tied 6. All you need is a 6 under, my friend. And then you could be leading this thing.
Bring it.
Bring it, exactly. Sean did it to it, Kevin. And Leon, you're also there. That's why you guys are on the show, because you're actually doing well in the Thursday series. I remember now.
Well, welcome to the show, boys. Just shoot at -6 and you guys are on the top, eh?
Okay. Let me tell you something. So I got a late impromptu invite to a golf day yesterday at Ruimsig from Alan Lowe that he couldn't make it. So it was like a farming effort golf day. Grain, I don't know. What a lekker golf day it was, I must say. Watering holes every second hole. Shooters, music, guys are going crazy. And we really played well between the four of us. My partners had a lekker time. We shot 98 points. We thought, damn, Frikkie, you won Krugersdorp 98 points, right?
I don't know.
You did?
Yes.
At Krugersdorp. No, not your team. Sorry, Louis' team.
Oh, yeah.
98 points. And they were flying, and they won. We came 12th.
Wow.
The winners was on 110. Second place, 108. Third place, 107. Fourth place, 106. So just to show you, what a pot of shit.
Was it 4 scores to count or 2 scores
to
count?
Two scores to count, my friend.
What was wrong, Maz? Did you guys struggle?
What? We thought we made a 2-pointer on the one par 3, right? We were flying because the fourth hole, the par 5, we made 8 points because 2 Oaks made birdies, not me. 2 Oaks made birdies, we made 8 points, and we thought, yes, we've got this. So then the next par 3, we cocked it up. So we walked off with 2 points, and then we managed to get another 6-pointer on the stroke 1. So we thought, yes, we're in this because we were really playing well. So even if we got 5 points on that par 3, we would have shot 101, still outside the top 10.
Birdies is not enough.
I sat there at the prize giving, waiting to get my toaster or whatever I was going to get, and I walked away with nothing. Thanks.
That's crazy, man. I played in a golf day just prior to that, and the winners was 88 points, and it's same, 2 scores to count. So that's a bit crazy, eh?
Yes. Okay. So anyway, let's talk about conditions about Ruimsig because we've got a lot of guys playing. I'll give you some info first quickly. Oh no, let me do the pins. Donnie, go through the pins.
All right. So golf for 8, par 3, the 5th hole.
The one we cocked
obviously. Then obviously golf concepts is the par 4, 12th closest in 2, and then the par 3 17th is sponsored by Strixon.
Nice. And let me press on the actual button I was going to press on. Information ranked 71st. Ruimsig was the first Gary player designing Gauteng. How's this for a stat? Mark Karam was a 16-year-old member at Ruimsig when he shot 10 under 62 in the 2002 Central Gauteng under 23 championship. How is that?
That's crazy.
Yes.
That's crazy.
16 years, bloody old. Unbelievable. Yes. So let me give you a breakdown of the golf course. Any questions? Gooi them. The course is very good condition. The putting surface is very nice. But they've had so much rain lately, that the bunkers, when we were playing, a lot of them had a lot of water in them. And when I mean a lot of water in them, I mean like proper, like dam stuff. A lot of golf balls went missing. So when they clear that water out, somebody's going to make some money. Because my 4-ball alone hit 7 fairway bunkers and balls you can't even see them. They're just gone. And it's so deep that you can't even try to rake them out. So the hope is that the bunkers are better come tomorrow morning, which is around the corner, and that they had time to pump the water out and try and fix them. Otherwise, it's going to be interesting. If it is flooded, we're going to have to drop out of the bunker. Yeah. If it's partially waterlogged, you drop next to the water. There are quite a few that you can do that. But that will be the only issue I foresee tomorrow, is that the fairways might be a little wet, and quite a few of the bunkers had water in them, and I don't know what they're going to be like after the water's come out. Ask me about the pins. I doubt the pins have changed. They shouldn't have changed between yesterday and on Thursday. So shoot a hole at me, see if I can remember with it, because I can tell you the pins were in some tucked away places.
Let's do the 10th, is it?
The 10th hole.
Stroke 1, yeah.
The 10th hole is in the middle, slightly to the right. It's on like a slopey thing. So if you go too far over it, you've got a hell of a downhill putt. So you need to be short of that pin in order to not skrik. Next hole.
13th.
13th is that short one. It's tucked around the corner, right? So there's got the you've got the water left, you've got the green, and then a little mound, and it's really tucked around that corner. So if you go for it, you don't have much to hit. You need a spinny Strixon to keep it from not going over. Next hole.
The 14th.
The par 5, tucked right around the corner, right? So you can't really go for it. So most people lay up, and then you need to come in at that angle because it's really just over the bunker, tucked on the right-hand side. Next hole.
Second.
Second hole. That tucked left corner, right?
Yes.
They like saw us coming. So that one is like over the bunkers, also tucked left. So I don't see many of the scores being -10 come Thursday. Vickers, give me a hole.
Let's go with 6.
6 back right. So you've probably got to clear a lot of the 6 is a stroke 1. So you have to really get it over the bunkers and far enough. It's probably 2 or 3 meters before the end of the green. So you've got a lot of green to work with, but it's also on a slope. So if you're putting up, you need to get the line right. How am I doing? I'm doing it right.
What about the 4th?
The 4th hole, the par 5, yeah, that's okay. That's kind of left and not middle, closer to the front, but not front, if that makes any sense as a golfer. Right, I want to read some comments. I've heard a lot of beeps and beeps. Referring to your... Oh, I see. No, there's a T-shirt with a jacket. Sorry, Ruben, I'm not a priest. That's what it is. It started as too cold to wear a golf shirt. Porrickets, I have a few times. Nice course, about 10 kilometers from where I live. Nice, awesome. Jaco, his team still won a 4-ball or better. His team still won the 4-ball. Jacques, 110. Proper ringers. And they don't bet an eyelid. And the winners are 110 and everywhere. And I'm sitting like, what? Anyway.
On a countdown.
Pins challenging on Wednesday and Saturday morning. So you played Wednesday. Oh, lekker. Yeah. So Ian agrees with me. Pins are challenging. And rake the bunkers. And like who didn't start? Okay. Rake the bunkers, boys. If you're in the break, don't be lazy. Rake bunkers. Paul, fade it into the trusted XV 1 bounce and spin left. Yo, Paul wants a sleeve of golf balls. I can see this. So either you or Fricky have a falsie.
So what again?
Okay. I can't remember. I'm talking so much. Can you not hear?
Okay.
Before I forget, let's just do that course thing. We did get a right answer. Or, well, we had one answer. Which course is this? Come on, people.
I have no idea. I'm going to guess East London. I don't know.
I've got no idea.
It's in Durban.
Zimbali.
Yeah.
Thank you. You see, I couldn't say that. Why? Sorry, I'm reading the thing. Why is he calling me a falsie? Stroke 1 comment. This is 6. I swear it's a stroke 1. Is that
Now I know, because I said the 10th was a stroke 1. So then it's probably me that's a falsie.
Yeah, it was. I think strokes have changed.
Well, I also said 10th, but I checked now on that pocket caddy. It's definitely, it says stroke 1 is the 10th, unless it changed, obviously.
It's the 6th. It's definitely the 6th.
It has definitely changed. Because it was a shotgun start. It was our second last hole. So we knew because we messed up the par 3 before that. And we were like, what stroke is this? We need points. And then it was a stroke 1. Woo-hoo. Okay. Let's have a look at the tees quickly because there's a lot happening. Nothing of real interest on the first tee. Stephen Saunders. Hannes Greiling, who actually won at Ruimsig many moons ago. He's visiting from New Zealand. He was the guy who won on 11 under. Can you believe it?
On Holocaust Greens.
Dierwald van Rensburg, Jean de Toy, Frikkie Steyn, Paul Vickery, Tyrone Vickery, Vickers Alberts. There you are, Vickers. And as you can see, we're starting a little later, so we can warm up a bit. But I know the guys, they'll all be there bloody vroeg anyway. Leon Oos says, and I'm playing with first time I'm playing with Louis O'Don and Louis Weed. And Holtzhausen, Patrick Bennett, Gerard Gerber, and Grant Nell. There's been quite a few changes today, I must admit. It's nice to see Frans van der Merwe playing. Colleague at Supersport, his name popped up, and I was like, this looks familiar. Check here's the number, and it turns out to be him. And what he actually does, one of the things that he does is the Sunshine Tour. When I need the elements for the new tournaments, he's the guy who puts everything together, the flyovers and the new sponsored stuff. So it's going to be nice to have him in the field. First time he's playing. Back 9, 10th. Donnie, you are playing your final singles match play game against Mark Borragero. You have to win this game. What is the plan?
Shoot a 66.
Yeah, hopefully it's my 780th round. Man, you know what? Come win or lose, obviously I would want to win, but I'm just going to go out and have fun. That's the main thing. And just hopefully by that, just put some pressure on Mark indirectly. So yeah.
Cool. And then we got a one-team game from our group, nogal. Cornel Erasmus, Chris van Sella, taking on Amakalani and Joe Manamela. Yeah, nice field. I think it's going to be cool. Okay, just to wrap up, how long have we been on? 52 minutes, so we're pretty much par for the course here. Make sure I played all my videos. Yes, okay. I'm just going to go through the team standings. Again, this stuff's all updated on the website, so you can head on over and check what it looks like. If you forgot who's in your singles groups, as is there. Let's go through the team standings because most guys played, not most guys, a lot of the pools played at Krugersdorp. Who played at Krugersdorp here? Hansi and Rudolph played. Graham and Wimpy.
Graham and Wimpy,
right?
yes.
Yes. And Hansi and Rudolph won. So they're back at top of the leaderboard on 9 points. They beat them 3-1, if I am not mistaken. Let me just say that I do take this off score capture, the way they do it. So if there is a score discrepancy, just shout and I will fix it. Because sometimes there could be one off from what the score capture says because of the handicaps dropping to 0 or whatever the case may be. So they are 9 points. They're pretty much through. So well done to them. They've got one game in hand. Okay. City Eddie doesn't look like they're going to make it, so they're not going to be defending their title. Let's go to Pool 2. Who's in Pool 2 here? Donnie, this is your Pool 2. Was there any games? There were no games in this group, so it stays the same. You just wait to see who you're going through with.
They're long waits for this, eh?
That's it. So you see, it's a good name.
The long waits, yes, 100%. Pool 3. What Pool 3 looks like. Was there any games here? No, jeez, okay. No games here. That's a false. Yeah, I thought most of them had played. Okay, so we're moving on. So that hasn't changed. Pool 4. Yeah, I'm on a roll here. Nothing changed in Pool 4 either. So it's all the back teams that have done things. Tita Green carried on, leading on 7 points. Pool 5. Jakumin and Jonita played Steve and Sorrel. Steve and Sorrel beat them 8-7 to get their second bonus. Why would they have 2 bonus points? They shouldn't have 2 bonus points. I must audit this. 10 they are on. We will eventually play sometime. But AJ Mambas and the Red Devils are playing. So let's see if they can get off the mark. And where they go to, it's going to be interesting. Pool 6. Pool 6. Whose pool is this? Okay. Vickers and Gerard played Jomo and Leon.
Yeah, played Leon and Leon.
Played Leon and Leon. Jomo didn't arrive, and unfortunately Leon tried to play them by himself, but it wasn't good enough. So it did them a favor because they won 6-5 and getting a bonus point, moving to the top of the leaderboard.
So Leon, you were a super sub, and then actually the team player didn't pitch up.
Correct.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Can you believe it? Pool 7. Hendrik and Ferdi played Keegan and Edwin. And Keegan and Edwin, actually the Warriors who are on top, lost this game. So they now, they stay there, but the Bogey Kings got themselves 3 points.
Wow, well done, boys.
Oh.
Yes. Finally, Pool 8. Frekkie, take us through.
Yes. Fatty Simone's ripping the Ricky Ricketts there in 5 and 4, so we're second at this stage. And yeah, we've got the putt bar left, so yeah, I think it's all to play for on this one.
Yes. Cool. Nice. So that's how it is. We're getting there, slowly but surely, and the singles are going. Stefan Groenewald says, nice background, Leon. I expect Highland Gate with a close-up of your broken M1. Tell us what's the inside joke, Leon.
Yeah, so we spoke about going to certain golf store, purchasing a club because you drive it 400 meters every time. I fell into the trap and I bought it was actually an M2. And yeah, I had it for, I think it was about 4 games, and we played Highland Gate. And let's just say the shaft broke in half. I won't say how, but it broke in half after that.
Was that club abuse?
A long time ago, Frankie. Long before I joined Duckhook.
Just to finish off before we say goodbye, it's been actually a really nice show, guys. Like a chatting. Fricky, we sat during the week, Monday, I think, and we started allocating players for the Classic into houses. And it actually turns out that we're going to have a good time.
Yeah.
Some stunning houses that we've got because we Googled what the codes were and then looked up what we had. So obviously the Dutchy housing doesn't change.
Yeah.
But yes, we've started doing that. And that's why the message went out on Tuesday. Guys, we need to know if you're coming on the Classic or not. Because if your name's on the list and you're not coming, then get off. So that we know how many people we have. Because it is a bit of a organizing thing. It's not something, when you're trying to accommodate 60 players, it doesn't just like rock up and say, hey, here we are. You know. So it's looking good.
Yeah, it is definitely looking good. Yeah, just keep in mind, guys, we're paying deposits. So if we're looking at around about 50 or 60 odd players, we pay deposits based on that. So yeah, if we don't get the money in,
the latest invoice was like 50 grand for accommodation. So that is why we say, please pay your deposit so that we can cover the 50 grand.
This will be my first tour. I'm definitely looking forward to this one. Deposit paid, I'm going.
You're going to love it. I can tell you that much. Donnie?
Hou net jou broekie aan, hè?
Donnie, you're in my house. I hope you know that.
There we go.
I put all the organizers together. So Fricky's with me. And Ryan.
No, after today, I'm not with you guys anymore. Donnie doesn't want me, so I'm in another house.
And they're not staying in the sticks, which is nice.
Yeah.
I put them with me because it's just easier to have them when we're trying to sort out the prize giving afterwards, because before we all over the place and then it's a bit of a mission. Yeah. So at least it will go quicker this time.
Lekker. Looking forward.
Leon, thank you for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow. Donnie, I'll see you tomorrow.
There we go.
Vickers, I'll see you tomorrow. Good luck on your 6 under. Let's just give some score predictions. I say minus, with the pins especially, I don't think it's going to be as low as possible. So I think -4.
Listen, I have to go with this. 1 in a million, 6 under.
1 in 125. Hey, Donnie's done it before. He did it at Huddle Park, so he's had that. You've still got to pay 125 more rounds, and you're in.
There we go.
100,000. Sorry.
Yeah, no. I think winning score. I think with the coldness, pins that you say is tucked. I'm gonna go for like a 2-3 under. Let's go 3 under.
Coldness, yes, coldness. Leon, what are you shooting?
So yeah, anything in the minuses would be great, but I think I have to agree with Donnie, and I see Ian also says -3. If the pins are tucked, then it's going to be tricky in the morning.
Vickers, what are you shooting?
Well, the way I'm playing at the moment, I'm hoping for a +4 or something. I reckon, I agree with Donnie. I think it's going to be a bit cold. Don't know if there's going to be a bit of a breeze. I reckon -2.
Okay, cool. Well, if they shoot -2, I have a chance. If it goes lower than that, I got no chance. So let's see how it goes, boys. Thanks for watching. It's been an hour. It's been entertaining. We'll be back next week because we've got a lot to talk about because it's the review of this and we got the Challenge 500 coming up. All right, we're out.
Lekker. Cheers.
Bye.
Cheers.
Cheers.